Jordan Love really was something this year, boy. He had a stretch from Thanksgiving all throughout the playoffs when he was arguably the fifth best quarterback in the National Football League. And it's just ridiculous how the Green Bay Packers just have the secret formula to finding and developing franchise quarterbacks. They went from Brett Starr to Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. He had 32 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. And if it wasn't for him making some rookie mistakes during his final drive against the San Francisco 49ers, they probably could have been in the conference championship game. And I know he wasn't a rookie, but I call him rookie mistakes because technically that was his rookie season because it was his first season starting. And he started out a little bit rocky at the start. His first two games were pretty good. But then during the next couple of 6-7 weeks until like Thanksgiving, he struggled. But then after the Detroit Lions win, a flip just switched. Okay? And Jordan Love is going to go as far as what Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers supporting cast is going to be able to put around him. And they have one of the best young receiving cores in the NFL. And if Jordan Love ends up playing at an MVP level this year and these receivers really take that next step, this is a team that's going to be really dangerous. And they probably could be the best team in the NFC next season, which may sound crazy to say, but think about it. Jordan Love was a first-round pick. And you see, Patrick Mahomes is the reason why you trade up all that capital to go get a guy like a Jordan Love in the first round. You want to know why? Because you need an elite quarterback if you want to be able to win. And the teams that go the furthest in the playoffs are the teams that have great quarterback play. The 49ers are the only team that can get away with it, maybe not having elite QBs because they have such a great team around Brock Purdy. But for the Green Bay Packers, if your supporting cast ends up elevating as well along with Jordan Love, and let's say Jaden Reed, Christian Watson can stay healthy and they end up developing into really good receivers or elite receivers, this is going to be a really nasty offense. We forgot how good Aaron Jones was this season. And the offensive line, not only do they have really good starters, but they have great depth behind their offensive starters on the line. Now, defensively, they're bringing in a new defensive coordinator, and Jeff Hafley, who previously was the defensive coordinator for Boston College. Boston College had really good defenses under Jeff Hafley. I was a little bit shocked that he left Boston College, and he took a little bit of a demotion, but I don't blame him with the current state of college football, him deciding to jump to the NFL. But there's a lot of talent for him to work with. You got a really good defensive line. You got Rashawn Gary, who is one of those players that if he's good enough and he can stay healthy, he could win Defensive Player of the Year. Then you also have, Jaire Alexander. I expect him to stay around with a new defensive coordinator. Maybe he just didn't get along with Joe Barry, but I don't expect him to get traded. Having a shutdown corner like Jaire is just a little bit too valuable in this league just to be trading away and trying to find a replacement in the draft or something like that. You're better off keeping Jaire Alexander. Just tell him not to walk out for the coin toss again, or just make him a captain. He played well in the playoffs. He had a really good game against the 49ers that not too many people talked about. So defensively, Jeff Hafley has all the talent in the world to have a top 10 defense. And next season, if this offense continues to hum the way that it did during their playoff run, and they can have somewhat of a good defense, I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the Super Bowl. Because Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. And right now, he's a top 6, top 7 quarterback, just based on how hot he ended the season. And there were stretches when I was watching him during the playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys where I thought this dude was damn near unstoppable. And even against the 49ers, if it wasn't for those 2 interceptions, the Green Bay Packers probably would have scored. They barely punted in that game. There was some throws that I seen Jordan Love make that made me go, how the hell did he manage to pull that off? You know, he was making all those throws across his body, outside of the pocket. Now, eventually, it kicked him into you know what? Because those same throws that he was making outside the pocket, across his body, throwing no-look passes to guys, ended up costing Green Bay the game against the 49ers. But outside of those mistakes, you know, Jordan Love was damn near flawless in the divisional round against San Fran. And this team is only going to go as far as Jordan Love takes them. And right now, you still aren't on the same level as the Detroit Lions because they just have an overall better team than you. Just because they've drafted so well, they've made some really good signings in free agency over the last couple of years. But with Jordan Love in ascension mode, which is when a young quarterback starts to really hit his stride and starts to reach his ceiling, starts to play up to his potential, just based on you having an elite quarterback, that would give you the leg up on the Detroit Lions. Because Jared Goff wouldn't be able to outplay a guy like a Jordan Love because there are things that he simply can't do that Jordan Love can. So the Green Bay Packers are going in a really good direction. Let me know how you guys feel about the state of the Green Bay Packers down in the comment section down below.